The sharp sound of the doorbell pierced my sleepy haze and pulled me back to the real world. Oh no, I'm actually already scared. Is it Sakura? I hope it's Sakura.
Makoto.
Makoto, get out here. Kyoko, what's going on?
Indeed.
Hina just... Oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh no, I have a bad feeling. Hina just came to see me and she was white as a ghost. It sounds like something's happened. What? As soon as I heard those words, my heart started to beat a little faster. I suddenly found myself wide awake. She said for us to come to the rec room. The rec room? Okay, let's hurry. What is happening? Makoto! Kyoko! Hina, what's wrong? Something's not right. In the rec room. What's inside? Oh no, is it Sakura? Oh my god, is it Sakura? Oh my goodness. There was a window in the rec room and I hurried to look inside. And when I did... Sakura? Is she unconscious? She's sitting up in the chair like she's bowing her head.
Hey.
What's going on? Did something happen to her?
Huh?
I was just walking past and I happened to notice her through the window. But I couldn't get the door open. Oh my goodness. I tried knocking, I tried calling her name, but she wouldn't respond. So what should we do? What are we gonna do?
Anyway...
First of all, we need to get to the room. But the door's locked, right? And if we break in, we're violating school regulations.
Listen to me.
We're going to force our way in. I just said...
Wrong.
The door isn't locked. It's not locked because the rec room door doesn't have a lock. Then why?
It would seem...
It feels like the door is pressing up against something inside the room. Is it the chair? Chair?
In other words...
Either way, this door isn't locked, which means as far as I can tell, the rule doesn't apply. Then there's no problem if we break it?
Indeed.
Let's smash the window. That should be the fastest way. Okay, go get something to break it with. Wait here. Inside the rec room, Sakura still hadn't moved an inch. She's just unconscious, right? Oh my goodness, I'm already scared. Is she okay? I mean, it's Sakura, I'm sure. Kyoko didn't reply. There was only silence, but that silence didn't last long. Here! I found a broom in the classroom. Use it!
Makoto.
You can handle this, right, Makoto?
Please.
Come on, please, hurry! Okay, you two stand back. I took hold of the broom and swung as hard as I could. Aiming directly at the window, all it took was one solid hit. The window shattered into 100 pieces, scattering across the rec room floor. I stuck my hand through the now open window and started jostling the chair leaning against the door. The chair's pretty heavy, but if I can just... I pushed on it with all my strength and finally the knob turned. Sakura! I ran up to her as fast as I could, but the moment I laid my hand on her... What does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? Oh my god. All I felt was cold death. Oh my god. I could feel only the last lingering warmth of a living body. Life has abandoned Sakura's body, and then...
A body has been discovered!
Oh my god!
After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Oh my god! I didn't expect... Oh my god.
Huh?
Well, I know Sakura's gonna die, but...
Sakura's
Oh no, Aoi.
dead? She's really dead?
I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body. We didn't make it in time. It's happened again. Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura really was dead? Checking for a pulse or reaction? Oh my god, Aoi. Are you gonna be like Taka? Are you gonna be speechless too? I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room. And why? Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again. I need to examine Sakura's body. I just stood there, motionless behind her, while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there, unable to do a thing, time just passed. And after I don't know how long, I got everyone. Ogre?
Yeah.
Oh, she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed? I see. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means. Sakura is murdered, and by someone in this very room. Is that what you were going to say? No. Whoever killed her. It's not just someone in this room.
It's your fault.
It was one of you. Hiro, Byakuya, Toko. One of you killed Sakura. What? You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation? I don't need to investigate anything. Because you hated her. You hated the sight of her. One of you did it. I know it. You know it?
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
What are you doing here? Oh yeah, the Monokuma file. Jeez, I didn't know your power level would increase by that much by getting mad.
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come on.
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder fire. That's right.
Monokuma file.
And don't get so mad, Miss Asakina. You're gonna ruin the little face of yours. Now then, with that Hold on. There's something I want to ask you. Huh? It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura?
What?
Say what? I really like that one. I really like that. Say what? Why is my face so dark? Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again and then...
In other words,
That I killed her? Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me. Which, thank God for that. It saved me the trouble of having to go through with a little fight. Because even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that.
hey,
I gotta tell ya, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she'd violated the rule of attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her. So I don't know who it was, but whoever the blackened is this time, I owe you one.
What is this?
You owe them one? Oopsie, before you get a busy potty at me, you better figure out who did it first. Cause I mean, your lives are all on the line, right?
What is this?
What the hell? He owes them one? I hate him. I hate this whole thing. Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind after all. How can you say that now? Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway.
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead. Then let's decide who will stand guard this time. I'll do it. Hina? I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay, then Hina is guard number 1, but we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
What?
Me? You're always a thorn in my side. This time, just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order. An order?
That's fine.
Fine, I'll stay behind. Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on. Before that, there's something I want to say.
What?
Which is... Hiro, Byakuya, Teko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene.
Huh?
What?
It's your fault.
One of you killed Sakura. I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here. Well, it appears for the discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise?
It's all
I
clear.
won't ask you to let us all of us in. Just let me. What? You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Yep.
Nope. Don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway. And you, Hiro, do you really object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
It's all clear.
That's it. That is decided.
What are you saying?
Nothing's decided.
Calm down.
I know how you feel, Hina. We should agree to his request. But
Hey,
We have to find out who killed Sakura.
correct.
For those of us still alive and to honor Sakura's memory. Fine, then I guess it's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her. Naturally, I wouldn't want to touch a filthy dead body.
Listen,
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone, keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer,
listen to me.
all of us face execution. Finding out who killed Sakura is not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's a kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but to do it. But at least there's not a lot of blood right now. Like, I better check the Monokuma file for anything else. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated about 12 o'clock noon. The body was discovered in the rec room, on the 3rd floor of the school. There is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. So she was poisoned? I feel like she was poisoned because she's vomiting blood. I think the case this time might be a challenge. Why's that?
So,
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. That door had been jammed shut with a chair from inside the rec room, which means the killer would have to escape somehow after barring the door. So if the door was blocked from the inside, there was no way in or out till we broke the window. Just like Zero Escape, right?
in other words,
This is a classic locked room murder. Locked room murder? I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever. But could it really happen in real life? And right before our eyes? Like this?
hey,
Are you curious to hear more about what the locked room murder entails? Sure, if you don't mind.
that's fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when a locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits this crime, then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for that, all we'd have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
Second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Oh?
In other words,
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun, you shoot an arrow through a gap in the door, something like that.
however,
But in this case, it doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in this school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it. Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
it's true.
The third one is the killer stays in the room until it's open. What do you mean by that?
In other words,
They stay hidden, and when the door is open, they use the confusion to blend with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. That sounds like it could have been possible, maybe.
it's true.
And the fourth and final type is it wasn't actually a locked room at all. Not a locked room.
In other words,
By that I mean there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see this in a lot of novels and things, but in reality it's generally not possible. Then you think you can cross that one off too?
indeed.
I believe so, yes. So it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics. So there are 4 possibilities, then Kyoko. Which of those 4 choices seems most likely in this case?
It's true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. Right now, I can't really say. I see. The way the killer set up the locked room. Until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else. I don't really suspect anybody right now. Like unlike Celeste last time. But what I'm sure is there's poison, possibly. Because she vomited blood. Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward in this chair. There is obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally wouldn't have any problem believing that that's what killed her. But according to the Monokuma file, she had also vomited blood. See? And I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So what would have caused her to vomit blood? Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any injuries. She definitely consumed poison. Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? Not a chance. Byakuya?
That's fine.
However, your eyes had landed in the most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes. Most interesting, don't you agree? No, I don't call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. It's the poison. She was killed by the poison is what I think. This looks like some kind of wrapper.
Huh?
That's... Do you recognize it, Tina? Well, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out a genocide jacket attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. So you gave that candy to Sakura? I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. Okay. You really like them that much, huh? But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. So I gave it to her. But now they've all lost all their flavor. You know. Could possibly have... I mean, the candy could possibly have some poison, maybe? And Hina didn't know it or something? There's blood here, though. There's a bloodstain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Yeah, this is interesting. There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. The glass is all red, and there are the top and bottom sections of the bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. So this was used to hit her on the head, right? There's something odd on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. What? Okay. I see this one too. What's this? There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance of the room.
So...
It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. She mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
Wrong.
I want to take that to heart if I were you. I know. But still, this protein can. It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. Oh, so this is the protein thing that they were talking about. So it came from the chem lab. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the chem lab had all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten this from the chem lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange. Huh? What is it?
Hey.
You see what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass? That must be parts of the windows I broke to get inside.
Correct.
But they aren't just scattered around the can. They're also underneath it. Huh. Yeah. What's that? Why does that matter?
So...
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later. Empty protein drink has been added again. What else can we look at? Oh, this looks like the bottles. There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. And inside each bottle, there's some kind of Monokuma figure. Oh, it is the bottle that was used to hit her. What I'm wondering is how they get those figures inside the bottles.
So...
It's no different from your standard chip in a bottle. Huh? You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the bullet placed inside? You've never seen that? Oh yeah, maybe I have.
In other words...
You know what, Makoto? What type of rock have you been living in? So this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. Monokuma bottle, okay. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things, little by little. The Monokuma bottle is sitting on the shelf. And the Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass probably started out as a bottle, which would mean Sakura must have been hit with the head with the Monokuma bottle, right? The shards of glass and the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. Yeah, it is. This one? Oh, there's handprints. The locker is open, and they're on the inside. It's a handprint?
Why?
What's a handprint doing here? It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker, and it left a handprint in all the dust.
It's true.
It looks quite fresh too. I see someone was hiding in here in the locker, and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locked room was open, don't you think? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group?
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Why not?
Hey,
Think back, before we opened the door, we looked around the room, right? Oh yeah, the locker is already open at that point.
indeed.
So there's no way someone else could have hidden there. Until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then, what does this handprint mean? What else? Magazines. The same shelf full of magazines. There's all different kind of magazines here. Okay. Let's talk to Aoi.
What the heck?
We already know who did it. Byakuya took her hero. It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand this side of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together. Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon? The Monokuma file said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth, I heard it from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her, but she wouldn't listen. So she said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I stopped her, by force even, this would never have happened. Hina, it's impossible to not have regrets, I know. Always a cat. So Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro was supposed to meet her here. Well, it's gotta be one of those three. I hope it's not Byakuya though. But she asked, but I'm still like pointing a finger to Hina too. I feel like there's something there. And she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying. It might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly. Okay, let's start with Byakuya over here.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. That is true? I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? You didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Ryaka says you didn't go to see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I had no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. Oh, please don't let it be Byakuya. Please don't let it be Byakuya. No, I already lost Taka. I don't want to lose Byakuya. This door is the only way out, in and out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change in the door is the smashed window, which happened of course when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. It looks like Sakura barricaded herself in there. Let's see. But I'm pretty sure she died with poison. Here we go.
Hey,
She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. How was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right?
certainly.
Certainly, they would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her. That is true. That is true. So it definitely wasn't a battle. So I'm kind of looking at the candy that Aoi gave that might have had poison. But, you know.
Listen.
Well, Makoto, have you finished your general investigation? Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
So then,
Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. She's decided? She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. Oh, it's so cute. I just really love it. I really like them together. But she's right, I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura went to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say. I feel bad if it's Hiro or Toko. Could be Genocide Jack. Those other 2 probably went back to their rooms. And this one. Yeah, let's talk to Toko. Toko? I know it's you. Press the doorbell. And after a few seconds...
Who's there?
Ah, the most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She don't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slurred out of the hall.
What do you want?
You said you wanted to talk to me about something? I want to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet you.
Well...
I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said too, didn't I? I guess that's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So can you tell me about it? I admit, I did get the note. But I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go to see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. With that, Toko quickly retreated to her room. Oh, this is all BS. Byakuya didn't go see Sakura and also Hiro. I mean, Byakuya and Toko? Are you kidding me? Hiro, get out of your room, dude. I pressed the doorbell. And after a few seconds...
You know?
What's up, Makoto? Just need something? Yeah, actually, just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. How'd you know about that?
Could it be?
Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that? Well... When she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note. She gave it to me in person. And she happened to mention the others like in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura? No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
Last time I saw Augur was when Hina got hurt, and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at
I haven't
me.
seen her since then. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? Oh, do I still have it? Let's see. Kara's feeling around his pockets.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. And when he did, I saw something flutter on the ground. why do I find Hero so funny? Something had fallen out of a hero's pocket. It's the same wrapper, huh? Huh? Quick as the wind, Hero snatched it up back again. I shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come
Sorry, it's just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash? Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, if you excuse me... Before waiting a reply, Hero quickly slipped back into his room. Oh my god! What is this? Hero said he was just trash, but... There's no way that's all there was to it. What if, I have a theory. What if Hina knew about the meetings, and then she gave these candies to Sakura, or, you know, maybe she was there or something, and then she put poison in, like, one of the candies, and then maybe Sakura was the one who ate it or something? I'm not sure. That's a weak theory, but... Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hiro, and what next? Definitely look at the crime scene again. Maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor in the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. So where should I start? Yeah, I kind of think that's what happened, but I'm not sure. That's just a total theory right now. I'm already sad that 3 of the people that I don't want to kill are suspects.
What?
Like this man over here. Makoto, did you ever have your eye on the camera too? Just make sure you don't get into my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was yes, sir. I understand. Well, let's look at here, Byakuya. What is this? Byakuya? Sweetheart? This isn't my first time seeing the shop, but I just can't get over how big it is. Should probably take a closer look. It looks like there's 3 shelves that's been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more important right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step on it. Oh, it's the poison! It's the poison! There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? It's the poison! It looks like the bottle had a label on it, Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning, checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been spilled.
So in other words,
That's right, it could only have been around the time of the incident. If that really is what happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Source of the powder has been added to truth. Those footprints, and they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? You may need to sketch out a floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. Oh, Byakuya, you cutie pie. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen.
what?
Well, let's go, chop chop. Hey. So I got to work, and before long I drawn up a sketch of the room. So how's this? Not bad for you, I mean. For me.
I see.
So, when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left those footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do and left. But what the footprints tell me,
I see.
these footprints must be...
Certainly
Makoto, are they yours? No?
What?
Okay, let me see your shoes. I'll confirm the size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see, your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Oh my god, I feel like it's Aoi. Unfortunately? But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. Then these prints are really valuable too. Can I look at something else right now? On this shelf is... One look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section C. So the right side is the poison. So on this shelf it's like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring out a chemical reaction. But how you lived in such ignorance for so long? It truly must be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh? What? You think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter right now. I need to focus on the shelf. And all containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section B. In which case, I don't think I have to worry much about the shelf. Let's go to A. Let's see what's on the shelf. All these are kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. A protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I can guess... But there's a C there! I can see that! There's a Chem C9. So I guess I consider this part of the shelving unit section A. But wait! There's one bottle here that's labeled Chem C9. Could someone have put it here an accident? I should try to find out more about the shelving unit. Looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A has dietary supplements, Section B has reagents, Section C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. What concerns me is that the Section A there was a bottle with a label that from Section C. What was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in a Section A? There's definitely something going on here. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I'd better not leave the footprint. I should probably take a good hard look at the powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. It remains a bottle. Looks like someone's footprints of powder. Based on the positioning of the prints, however it was, only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would have had to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Yeah. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look at the rec room? Sure, I have nowhere to go to. These cases are getting more interesting. Where it is.
Hey.
So Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko what Doko and Hiro had told me.
I see.
I see, so along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient, someone must be lying. Someone's lying?
Anyway.
Well, I've made my progress on my own. Sakura's body, a shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These 3 things have revealed new clues. You do well to look them over one more time. The magazines. Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. Huh? This magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back that way an accident? Huh.
Hey.
If someone catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. One of the pages near the center of the magazine. A word had been written in bloody letters. And it said Toko. Could this be? A dying message? Then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this?
So...
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. A dying message.
However...
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it, for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that... That's a Toko, right? Yeah, looks like it. Then she's a killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet.
I won't forgive you.
It's settled, she's a killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer? I can see why you would think that, but... It just seems too easy, if anything. It makes me that much more suspicious. Yes. So that makes me think it is not Toko. So I really am leaning towards Aoi here. Oh, I'm so confused. Bottles, right? She said bottles? I am so confused. I think Kyoko said she'd found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new, something new. There's gaps?
Hey.
So did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it. A correlation? Oh, it's chess pieces, right? You got a pawn, you got a tower. Oh, you got the knight. The knight was at the broken bottle. You got the queen, you got the king, right? Is that it? Oh, no, that's a bishop. So you got the pawn, the tower, the knight, the bishop, the queen, and the king. So it's missing 2? It's missing 2! It's missing 2! Right? Hey Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is?
So...
I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion is a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusions so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer? I do trust you. to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree? Yeah. Actually, there's one thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? An experiment?
Anyway,
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces too. Are you sure it's okay to mess with a crime scene like that?
that doesn't
I've
matter.
already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya is not here, so...
So then,
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. With that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but... what choice do I have? I just better do it. Makoto is technically a slave in this group of students. He ends up doing everything. I took the broom and the dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. And just as I finished up, sorry to keep you waiting.
so then,
Is everything ready? Let's get to work. So what kind of experiment are we doing?
in other words,
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights of what? The bottle? The pieces of glass you collected, and one of the Monokuma bottles is still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done. Okay, Kyoko, I believe you, girl.
listen,
First, let's compare the weights of the two of the normal Monokuma bottles. It's
in
balanced,
other words,
which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect that weight.
so then,
Now, here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on the side of the scale. Now what might we expect to see? Well, a normal assumption would be either they're balanced out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
so then,
Okay, let's give it a try. What? I'm confused, huh? The broken pieces are heavier? How's that even possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought. What?
In other words,
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles put it all together,
hey,
and I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So what do you think? It's all on you. Kyoko, why don't you just tell me, boo-boo? Just tell me what it is. I don't have time for this. Alright, fine. Let's look at Sakura one more time, I guess. According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered in Sakura's body.
just a second.
Just staring off into space is going to help you figure anything out. Well, yeah, I know, but
Hey,
don't you think you might need to actually examine the body?
whew,
There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown her first be used to. Although there are still some times. I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I just can't get used to it.
it's true.
That's totally normal. Then how can you...
So,
I imagine it's because I have plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind.
hey,
More importantly, look here. Her shoes?
correct.
You see that yellow powder in her and stuff? Is that the powder in the chem lab? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
That powder is clue number 1. Yellow powder has been... It's the powder in the chem lab!
Hey,
Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully.
it's true.
Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot. So let me just explain.
It would seem...
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. Really? 2 blows?
Indeed.
Interesting. Wouldn't you say? There's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood in either one.
It's true.
So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. I am so confused at this point. I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled it off. What? What? We're done already? The only theory I have is that Aoi could have possibly poisoned those candies and wanted to give them to Tokyo or Hiro or Byakuya. Oh my god. I'm not ready.
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I?
Do what?
Okay, then let's begin the class trial.
Oh my
You know
god!
where to meet, right?
I actually don't think I have enough. I don't have a theory.
Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
I am actually lost right now.
See you soon.
I am so lost at this point. It's already time? But the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen in the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Oh my god. Am I even ready to do this? I don't have any idea who did it. I'm completely lost. Marikuma made his announcement and everyone began to meet up one after another. And then... The ultimate martial artist! A locked room murder mystery!
What?
What the... Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of emoticons. Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body. Oh my god. It's just plain creepy.
Well,
And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put in a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
yes, indeed.
For example, do you have 100 friends? He's right, it does make it seem sad.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Now then, please get to the elevator. See y'all down there. That is annoying. What the heck was that? I don't get it.
Just the
I don't get you guys. How could you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me.
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean.
I mean, I didn't murder anyone.
What the heck?
Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me murderer? Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. Killer, the one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know. And yet someone killed her. Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I think it's Aoi, because if it was like one of the three, Byakuya, Hiro, and Toko, I think they would just be defeated by Sakura because she is the strongest person there. But when it comes to Aoi, she has a soft heart for Aoi. So maybe like Sakura was not able to, you know, fight back. That's why I think it's Aoi. I kind of feel like it's Aoi, but I don't know. It's sad to think that she'd kill her best friend. And that person is here? That person is one of us?